What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am changing my opinion on what the United States Central Bank digital currency will be built upon. The TPS, the transactions per second for the FedNow, or the Hamilton project as they're calling it, it's crazy. It's fast. I mean, it's faster than any blockchain technology we have. Although I do guarantee that there are going to be some caveats. There's going to be some middlemen in the FedNow or Project Hamilton. But let's read this from CNBC. The United States test CBDC hits record transaction speed. And when we get there, you're gonna freak out. You're gonna say, what? The United States Central Bank Digital Currency Project, or Project Hamilton, has made significant progress. In one of two recent conducted pilot tests, the digital dollar achieved a record speed of 1.7 million transactions per second. 1.7 million transactions per second. That's faster than any other blockchain right now. And as they say, way faster than the best cryptocurrency networks. Transaction speed, or transactions per second, is an important factor for evaluating a blockchain network's performance and technical prowess. Yes, if you can't complete transactions fast enough, then you're going to have downtime. You know those times when you go to the gas station and you're buying yourself a soda or a sandwich or I don't know, whatever, and you run your card and you're sitting there and it's transaction processing. It's because you're in the queue. And there are enough people that it is over the TPS, so it's got you in the queue and you're waiting. That and internet speed, obviously, too, but a lot of that is being in the queue, waiting for that second transaction time for your transaction to be in there. So yeah, you don't want any downtime. 1.7 million transactions per second, that's insanely fast. The test was carried out by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston in partnership with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, Digital Currency Initiative. So, I mean, the whole thing is so confusing because Algorand's transaction time is nowhere near 1.7 million transactions per second. But they definitely went to MIT and definitely used the technology that Silvio Macaulay had pioneered for it. I don't see any way that they didn't. They went to MIT to conduct it. But then the transaction time per second says that it's not going to be on Algorand. Is it something of its own that is a variant of Algorand technology? I don't know. So far, Solana, a public blockchain platform, has the fastest transaction speed of 50,000 transactions per second among mainstream coins, followed by Algorand with a speed of 1,000 transactions per second and soon to be 40,000 transactions per second, per a Zycrypto report. The two most prominent blockchains globally, Ethereum and Bitcoin, they have extremely low transaction rates and downtimes and high fees and high gas fees, so yeah. The CBDC project is still in its early stages and has been codenamed Project Hamilton. It is being developed in a way where it would be able to withstand transaction downtimes caused by server breakdowns and other issues. Another important thing, you don't want any downtime. The more downtime you have, the less reliable the network is. The primary goal of Project Hamilton is to tackle technological and regulatory problems that are plaguing the budding global CBDC sector. And don't think for a second that countries aren't in a race to develop CBDCs, because they are. The problem with Project Hamilton or the FedNow is I could see something where tax season comes along and they have a state of your blockchain. They know where all the wallets are, and your taxes and all that come straight out of your account. You don't apply for the taxes or anything. I could see that happening. Once the government gets their grubbies in it, they're going to look for ways to maximize taxes, maximize profit, maximize income, and maximize the amount of information that they hold on its users. But unfortunately, when it comes to things like this, you can't fight the government. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. The best we can do is make the best we can out of it. And how do we do that? We inform ourselves, which is what we're doing here. The United States is taking a precise approach while designing the CBDC, as it will be serving over 20% of the world's population, acting as a reserve currency and value of exchange. And I have to wonder if that's what they were talking about when they said there could be more than one reserve currency. They're talking about the dollar and the digital dollar, the Fed Now, the Hamilton Project. As a reserve currency, it needs to fulfill various financial functions. It will be in international transactions, international investments, and all aspects of the global economy. Many countries are developing CBDCs and plan to integrate them into their financial systems. And we don't want to be left behind. I mean, if the world develops a brand new currency and the entire world develops it and uses it and the United States doesn't, well, then the United States gets left behind. The need for CBDCs has arisen due to the growth of the digital asset sector, which is highly unregulated. Yeah, for now, we need regulation. We can't get away from regulation, so we may as well welcome it and hope that it's good, because we're not getting away without it. Instead of offering a decentralized system, CBDCs are supposed to run on secure central servers and will require less independent block validation before confirmation. Also, due to the lack of a consensus mechanism, CBDCs will not hurt the environment. They're talking about like Bitcoin and proof of work. This is unlike blockchain networks that employ the proof of work consensus mechanism, which is known for its substantial carbon footprint. I mean, everything kind of points towards algorand, right? MIT, the fact that they're worried about the environment. Algorand is the greenest cryptocurrency, second fastest transaction time per second of the blockchains. But then the thing that throws me off is this 1.7 million transactions per second. Algorand can't achieve that. So then that's what throws me off. So what are they going to build the CBDC on? I don't know. Countries like Nigeria and the Bahamas have already implemented a CBDC in their financial systems, while countries like Sweden, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, and South Africa are in the initial stages of implementation. India's Reserve Bank is also working on the digital rupee and is expected to roll it out by the end of the next financial year. A battle for CBDC dominance is being waged between the world's two biggest economies, China and the U.S. Beijing is also in its pilot stage for implementing its CBDC, but they have already onboarded around 120 million people, giving them an edge in the race for now. Yeah, because the United States and the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they don't care about innovation as much as they say that they do. They care about regulation and money and power. Whichever governmental organization gets to regulate the cryptocurrency market is going to have a lot of power and a lot of money. If they're going to regulate a multi-trillion-dollar market, then they can go to government and say, hey, we need more funding. We need more employees. We need more offices. We need more technology. And all that requires more money. Give me, give me, give me. And that's what it's about. And sure, somewhere in there, there's consumer protection. But I don't know. This kind of scares me a little bit. Everything points towards algorand. It really does. The Boston Federal Reserve Bank went to MIT and did successful trials of a United States digital central CBDC. MIT is where Sylvia Macaulay went. I guarantee you MIT, as a source of pride, is going to use Sylvia Macaulay's technology, because they're going to say, look at this. This technology was made right here in MIT. So of course they're going to push that. It's a matter of pride for them. But then that 1.7 million transactions per second time is what throws me off. What in the world is Project Hamilton going to be built on? Is it its own blockchain? Comments. Let me know what you guys think. Together, I bet you we can figure this out, because all roads lead to algorand, but then that one road, 1.7 million transactions per second, and the fact that the government is going to want it as centralized as possible. I mean, I'm conflicted. I don't know what to think of this. Let me know what you guys think. I'd like to know. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you guys on the next one.